Hey guys, and welcome to a game called Stomping Land. The Stomping Land is a survival simulator where you start out in a wilderness, and I'm currently playing in single player solo mode. And the reason I do that is not to actually evade other people. The reason I do it is because in the current version of this game there's some huge problem with the latency and people are glitching around all the time. But it is an alpha, so that is to be expected. But a patch before this one, it did work perfectly, I would say. Or not perfectly, but it did work very good in multiplayer. There wasn't really any issues as long as you had a great latency. With the current patch, when I'm doing this video, there were issues at the servers. So you could get killed by other players like 10 meters away, 20 meters away when we were using the axes, and that is not anything good at all. But anyway, I would say that this game, so far, it's a pretty good game, and it does have a great future, I think. So I'm gonna show you some stuff that we can do in the game. We could start by chopping down this tree if we would want to do that, but that's not what we're gonna do now. Okay, we got a dinosaur down there, so gotta keep yourself away from them. They are actually very dangerous. In this game, you are squishy. You are never really like feeling safe in this game. You could get a shield, but that won't make you actually survive all those dinosaurs. Because if they are gonna go and like charge into you, you're gonna die so hard, about 2 hits and you're dead. But there are some bugs and stuff in the game, like I know that when you're like underwater, it doesn't seem like you get damage, but something that's definitely gonna change in future, and hopefully dinosaurs not gonna, you know, run on the bottom of the lake either. So we got 2 stone inside this that we drag after us, like a little pet going on behind us. So now that we got that, we want to get some wood, because we are gonna make some weapons. So what I want to make now is, we want to make a bow, I think. I think that one thing that's great with the bow is that if you have those predator dinosaurs, those carnivores, it can be good to have a bow, because then you can actually take them down. I think it's just 2 bow hits or something like that, and they are dead. You could probably kill them with a spear too, but it's so risky to even go and try it out. So forward and 2 stone. I think it's 5 wood or 6 wood. I think it's actually 5 wood and 2 stone to make one bow. So now we can choose to make a bowless. That is use it for like I would say crowd controlling. You like throw away these like things, I don't know what you could call them, but you throw them away and you can bring down foes, and you can do it to players too, and then you can go towards them and tie their feet together, and you can take them during the beach and go and just drag them along the beach, which happened very much. And before the bowlers wasn't actually needed, so you can just walk up to anyone and just tie their feet together and drag them around. It was pretty bad, it was instant and everything. But it is an alpha, of course, so a lot of things are gonna change during the alpha and the beta and until the release. And I think the release, I'm not sure about it, but I think it's about the next year or something at the end of the next year. But this game, it is fairly good at this stage of right now, so I'm just gonna make myself one of these bows, and after that I think I'm actually gonna make ourselves a little teepee. So you might wonder what the teepee is, probably will be wondering. I definitely did wonder what that is. So we will need a lot of wood for this one, if I remembered correctly. We might need even 10 or 8 wood. Not sure if we'll need any stone. And this teepee here, it's like a little tent that you can have as your camp, and when you die you can respawn at that camp. But keep in mind, on multiplayer servers, people can come online, they can come and wreck down your TP and your home is gone. And one thing also is that you can only have 1 TP, so if you for some reason would want to go away and meet someone you know and build a TP at a different place, make sure to first wreck down your TP, because if you don't do that, you won't be able to create a new one. That is at least how it is right now in the game. It might change later, we will see. So you got 1 stone and 8 wood inside, and I got 2 stone, 8 wood. What can we make? Nothing. I don't think that we will actually need I don't know if we will need any stone at all. Let's try to get 2 more wood inside this one. But one thing that is important with the game so far as well, when you're putting resources in this one, when you're gonna craft, so let's say I would craft whatever really, let's say I would craft a shield, and maybe it does not use any stone, but everything that is inside this little crate, whatever you wanna call it, all of those stuff is gonna get lost when you're crafting. That's probably gonna change later because they added a new thing in the game. I'm gonna show you this here. Maybe it does not work. Here we got it. It's space key as the original one, which most of you guys probably gonna want to jump on. Actually jump on your right mouse button right now, but you can change that to whatever you like. But later on we're probably gonna use these things. There are no like working features with this yet. It's just temporary thing that we'll be using later on when the game gets further developed. So probably gonna craft stuff inside here, probably gonna paint, and here we're gonna have some recipes and stuff, but right now go inside here and craft. But let's get 2 more wood and hopefully we'll be able to make one of those teepees, so we will have a little home camp. And keep in mind, if you are up for playing this game multiplayer, you are gonna get killed. People will want to kill you. Personally, I do not play that way, but there are a lot of people who actually see that as the biggest thing with the game. For me, when I play survival game, I'm mostly like, I would say the friendly guy, trying to make something. I don't kill people for no reason, but when I play games like DayZ and such stuff, sometimes the best thing can be to shoot, just to be sure, but I very rarely actually do that thing. I'd rather sneak around and not interact with them, but sometimes, you know, I want to just sneak up in, like in this game, and watch someone go around the camp and prepare your bow and shoot them down. So I'm gonna get some more stone because I'm a bit unsure for this TP. So now we can make it, and the one important thing currently in the game, it was that crafting it where you are, so I think I'm gonna build it here, so like in between this stone and those trees. If I would be on a multiplayer server now, I probably wouldn't build down here. And the reason for that is that every player kind of spawns on this beach, so everyone who almost plays on that server is gonna run past your TP. And it is fairly easy to destroy it if no one is guarding it. It goes pretty fast. So let's see who we build a TP. So the opening is gonna be that way, and I don't want it that way, so we're just gonna switch around a little bit. I'm actually gonna drag it out a little bit to the sea here. Might look a bit weird that there's water inside though. Probably they wouldn't want to be here if it was real. But let's build a teepee here somewhere. So that's probably gonna be good. Some water inside. Oh, it's actually starting to rain. But this game got released fairly early in early access on Steam. And I already did some updates with the lighting and something with the handling on the multiplayer service. Probably was the thing that broke the patch, so the multiplayer became kinda weird and strange. But I'm also gonna make myself a spear, and I would say that spear is very useful for defensive, or if you wanna kill someone else, because the spear, it actually kills on 1 hit, so this axe that you start out is real powerful as well. So if you would be chasing someone, I think it's like 2 hit with this axe and you're dead, so if you're chasing someone with this, it's just 2 hits, so this is still a great weapon in the current game at least. And I mean, it should be a good weapon. 2 strikes with an axe in your back is probably gonna kill you, probably. So let's get some more stone. I think we need 2 for this spear as well. Can make ourselves a torch. And that's one thing that they changed in the recent patch as well. Before, if you put out a torch on the ground, it would stay there forever, and the fire would stay there forever on it, but in the current version they should disappear, and I think these ones actually also disappear if they're lying around for too long. So let's make ourselves a spear. So then I will have an axe, a bow and a spear. I could get a bowless as well. You can use it to hunt down some dinosaurs too, so it can be really useful. So number 1 I got my axe, number 2 my bow, and number 3 my spear. And they seem to come in the order that you craft them. So if I would craft the spear before the bow, I would have the spear on number 2 instead. So now that we got a bow, maybe we can find a dinosaur and bring it down and get some meat. Well, actually we should skip that for now. We should actually make ourselves a little campfire instead. I don't think we actually needed that many stones. I think we only need 2 stones, because that was what I had before. So take these 2 stones and we're gonna get some more wood and make a campfire. And what we're gonna have that campfire in the current game at least, it is to be able to make food of our meat. We won't be able to eat it raw. And there's one thing when you're gonna do that meat as well, that so many people think wrong about when you're gonna start doing it. I did too, my brother did too. It isn't really that obvious when you're starting out the game. Maybe when you play it a little bit it's more obvious, but I'm gonna make, yeah, it would be good. I can actually make this inside my own house, but I'm not gonna do that for now. So let's go and see if we can find a dinosaur and get some meat. And by the way, if you're wondering when you're hungry in this game, to the right side of the screen you see like some meat there outside. It's a bit grayish, might not even see it. When it starts to like go gray and when it's getting red, that means that you are starting to get really hungry. So that means you should get some meat. I don't know if you can actually catch fishes yet, but in the future or even now you should be able to do it with the spear. I haven't done it yet, but that's something that should be a feature. So let's go. Oh my god, oh, we got him. Oh, and by the way, these guys are so scary. They have scared me to death sometimes. It's probably the thing that has scared me the most in any game I ever played. I was swimming in the ocean and one of these guys came down and he chased me down. So he came down to that, it wasn't actually the ocean, it was a lake. So he came down and he just ran charging into me. And that sound when those charge into you, it is really loud and high bass on it. So it is really frightening. But that's a really tiny dinosaur, a lot bigger dinosaurs in the game. And hopefully I'm going to show that later in the episode as well. But right now I'm going to show guys how you can actually get your meat going. So what we did when we was playing the game was to, yeah, put on the fire. It should be coming up soon. I don't see any fire. Maybe it takes longer than it used to do. I don't see any fire. Let's try to stop it and start it again. Yeah, anyway, let's pick up one of those meats. You see, I can't apply it. Normally though, it will be fire in this pit. I don't know why it isn't, but the reason you can't do this is... Okay, let's drop it down. The reason is that the fire is going on, so you have to pick up the meat and place it. So first you place the meat and... damn it. And then you're gonna lit on the fire. This was a pretty trick to take. Here we got it. So that's kind of cool to actually see how many you put on. I think it's kind of cool. So start the fire. We don't see the fire for some reason though. And this should get a little bit darker. Should go pretty fast and then we can eat that meat. Hopefully we'll be done soon. Come on. I'm not sure if this is working. Maybe this isn't, but that's the way you're supposed to make this. Yeah, there we got it. So let's take one of them, eat the small meat. So I ate one of them. But guys, that was it of today with the Stomping Land, and if you're interested to see more episodes of this game, please post in the comments and like and subscribe to me, and have a great day. Thanks for watching, hope to see you in the next one. Take care.